Welcome to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. I'm Ryan Mason with the cast of Killers.
I'm Jason Hillman, who's going to kill Steve Breeze.
I'm Eric Thorson, I'm not going to kill anybody.
Welcome to the Killer Radio Show.
Breeze and I'm dead.
Steve Breeze, man in the ones. He's plugging in his computer as we speak, so those
Steve,
of you who
really proud, really happy moment for you. Tom Abramoff has now become our whipping child. You've now graduated into not getting the butt of every joke.
No.
I'm still going to make fun of Steve Breeze. I'm not giving that up.
Well, I mean, no, it's easy.
Why would I?
It's here, but like Tom Abramoff is making
He's coming in.
Yeah, Tom Abramoff coming in.
Yeah.
We are.
Make fun of him now.
No, just keep talking, Steve. Just keep talking off mic, and we'll start the show whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, Steve.
I'm sorry, I started that.
Yeah. No, don't take the blame for Steve. He's a dum-dum. This is the radio arm of the cast of Killers, and we're coming to you live every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 or thereabouts. We've been kind of cutting them short.
8:45. Depends on how we're
I don't think we need to be beholden to the 10 o'clock hour.
I'm not going to take.
Like, I don't think we've gotten any complaints from making the show shorter.
I'm not going to be a slave to time. I refuse.
No, not at all.
No way.
Time is just a vague concept, man.
That was the Fatty Asses that you were listening to. If you tuned in a little bit earlier, or maybe you're listening on a podcast. That's Jason getting ready to eat a bagel, and we've got Ed Nugent.
Make some noise. You're welcome.
We've got Ed Nugent and his lovely wife. What do you want to go by on this? Raven. That's your Facebook, right? Is that what you want to go? That's your stage name. What's the last name on it? Raven McCaw, kind of like a play on Tim McGraw. Is that what it is?
The bird macaw.
I like the bird macaw. Well, that's what his is too. But
Raven's a bird as well, right?
yeah, so they're both birds. The bird thing. So Ed Nugent and Raven McCaw are going to come on and talk about the Brew City bombshells.
The guy who banged his cousin wrote a story about that.
You're not coming on? I thought you were. The whole thing here was that I was told you were coming on.
No, I told him.
Well, we now you've said your name. You have to
well,
come
well,
on.
you gotta come on.
This is like Candyman. If we say your name 5 times, you have to come onto the show.
How about you just come up and parrot everything Ed says? Get it? Was sticking with the bird theme.
Yeah, that's good.
She's gonna sit in the back and chirp away. Actually, she's probably tweeting. That's a good segment. Good segue. We're
Or building an effigy to you and
She doesn't have Twitter.
shoving thumbtacks into it.
Doctor.
that has nothing to do with birds, Jason.
I know.
You
But I would follow-
skipped it.
I would follow you if you know.
Speaking of Twitter, you can tweet the show at Cast of Killers, hashtag Killer Radio. We'll read your tweets on the air. If you want to call in, it's 414-935-2951. If you're listening on a podcast, though, and it's not between the hours of 8 and 10 on Tuesday, don't call in. Or do. You'll probably talk to somebody else. Probably talk to Chili Chill or somebody.
Yeah, be sure to call in another show and ask Cast of Killers related questions.
Yeah.
That's
Tweet
guerrilla
about it.
marketing in its finest.
Yeah, right on. So welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, let's.
It's a pretty eventful
How do we
week.
do that? Let's call up other shows and be like, "Hi, my name is Cast of Killers Comedy Collective. I just want to ask you a question."
We could. There's nothing stopping us.
Except for common sense.
Nothing gonna stop us now. Trying to get our levels right. Our levels last week were terrible.
Yeah, were they?
And yeah, you know who really cared about it? Only me, pretty much, just me. Just want to make sure we got the perfect levels.
Onion
for-
Breath
sorry.
Theater does a thing on Fridays. We could totally
What's up?
I don't think they take calls.
they don't take calls.
Onion Breath Theater.
Doesn't everybody get calls?
Onion Breath Theater is like a play on what do you call it? Prairie Home Companion. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I'm just gonna turn these down and get the levels right.
Because they were at the fundraiser.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, and we've met them before at the over at the meeting.
Laura Holton, fellow comic, also she does that. It's great.
Also
Check it out.
a proud
Friday nights.
member of the
Okay,
Carte
yeah.
Blanche.
I didn't know if you were gonna actually plug it or just say like 2 words about it and stop talking.
Laura Holterman.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
She's never been on. We should have her on. She went skydiving. She could probably talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of skydiving, there was a skydiving plane that landed on the interstate yesterday.
Were there any
Did you hear
people
about this?
inside with parachutes on their backs?
Yeah, there was. There was the driver of the airplane and then one other person. So I imagine they had malfunctions while they were going up to actually jump out of the airplane. It was pretty
So
crazy.
basically, Christy Watson is a prophet.
Who's Christy Watson?
Wow.
Wow. Who's what?
She's a,
She's a comic. She's one of the people at stage, or not stage right, but one of the.
She
What's
was
the
like-
Sunday show?
That was funny.
That was before me.
Yeah.
I knew that would
She's
reference.
a comic. She's a comic.
I mean, you
not
guys-
works at Comedy Sports, but she had a joke about that. About,
Oh, okay.
boy, that would be funny if
That happened, and it did.
a plane full of skydivers crashed into the ground. And no one jumped.
That
Now
would.
here it is.
I was gonna.
Waffen, Watson, Sybil.
That's awesome.
Sybil?
Yeah, isn't that a prophetess?
No, it's a show from CBS like 10 years ago.
Spelling it incorrectly.
Who you probably have a crush on Sybil Shepherd though, judging by our last show. Oh, Sybil Shepherd.
Wow, I haven't thought about
She's
her
in
a
my
while,
top
now that I
5.
have. That's definitely a stranded island babe right there.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I can go with that. Stranded Island babe. That's a good turn of phrase, Jason. I kind of like that. Who's your top 5 Stranded Island babes? Like the context would have to be like I wouldn't. On the mainland, Stranded Island, like yes,
Like Sarah Jessica Parker
Anne
could
Heche.
possibly be an island girl, but I'd never interact with her in real life. Anne Heche, right? She seems useful.
Well, no, I was just referring to 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's right. That's
It is a terrible movie, yeah. Isn't it? Who's the Rob Schwimmer? I believe is also her love interest in that movie.
Rob Schneider.
Schwimmer.
Oh, David
From
Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer.
Right.
Friends.
You're thinking
I combined the
Schneider.
two of them. This is the
That's
worst
an
thing ever.
abomination.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Look at your little Hitler Stalin. Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got robbed. Let's just talk about that.
Let's not. Okay, let's do it.
A lot of crime has been happening. Like there was the shooting in Brookfield. There was a lot of comics got robbed.
Ryan Lowe.
Like you're not alone, Jason. Ryan Lowe got robbed. Jeff Lampton got robbed. You got robbed.
Oh, I know. Like a lot of people they're getting.
I had some friends get robbed on the east side too. Like broke into their house, stole stuff too.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird.
Say what happened to you. Do you want to say what happened?
Oh, just some guys came in. They couldn't open the back door, so they kicked out the panels at the
Jams. They
bottom.
kicked out the jams.
They kicked out the yeah.
Couldn't open the doors. They rocked out.
I caught them doing the MC Hammer
It was
dance.
MC5.
They had kicked it out, reached up, unlocked it, went in, took a TV, go to computers.
Were you at home while this was happening?
No, but it happened in the span of 45 minutes because I was only gone for like 45 minutes.
Shit.
And then you got back and it was.
Oh,
like,
it was all gone, yeah.
Wow.
And the light was up. What was annoying about it was I called the cops when I could have just like I still had the light, and it happened so soon after I left that I probably could have driven around and maybe looked for something. But instead, the cops took like 2 hours to get to me. At which point, they told me that I didn't have enough locks.
good
And
assessment.
then I had to wait for another hour and a half for a guy with a crappier camera.
What do
than
they
me.
moonlight as locksmiths? Our assessment is not enough locks. See you later. They
We recommend DTS security.
yeah. Oh, you got
Hey,
shot?
leave me
Not
a
enough
pamphlet.
bulletproof vests. That's
I
too
should have
bad.
told them that a cop got shot in front of my building. They would have been there lickety split.
Yeah, because that would have been a much more serious thing. That actually makes a lot of sense.
They'd be like really
Is
upset.
she leaving now? Oh, because she's gonna be on. I'm gonna put her on. Ed Nugent's wife. She's slyly walking around, but I got my eye on her. So since you've been robbed, have you gotten more locks? I guess it begs the question.
No, we didn't get more locks.
Didn't get more locks.
For the most part, it's like I don't mind the TV was taken. I don't mind like the computer I got like 6 months ago was taken, although that had about 2,000 photographs on it. My mine is just like this one computer that was taken of mine. It's basically the Cast of Killers Inception, initial design, execution, like the first templates for anything, the design, the logos. that
Oh,
we
so
had,
like
it's
some
all
like stuff
flyers.
that
It's a lot
was
of history.
Yeah.
So it's like some asshole, whatever, took my timeline and probably just got high off of it, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
That's the violation. Like, fine, take my TV. If you're desperate for a TV, need to take my Sanyo for some crack. Do your thing, dog. But we got a call.
Is that our call?
Yeah.
Cast of Killers are. Oh, I pushed the button. Cast of Killers are on there.
Hello, how you doing?
Who's this?
The man that's looking at you right now.
The man that's. Oh, Sleepy. What's up,
Sleepy.
man? You're on the air from behind the glass.
I know.
Good to see you, man.
This is Sleepy on the phone right now. Sleepy, you have your own show on River West Radio. What's it called?
It's called the Sleepy 55-minute show.
How long is it?
It's only 55 minutes.
45.
It used to be an hour, but they told me you should read that sign up there. You know,
No profanity, no advertising,
not
no.
the other one. It said,
Oh.
please begin at the Zach hour.
Upcoming events.
Begin,
Wrap
whatever.
up 10 minutes
and-
before.
10
Yeah.
minutes before.
Yeah.
So what are you doing tonight, Sleepy?
Oh, I'm just chilling at Fuel Cafe on the
Shout out.
my 3D chat called IMVU.
What?
And then It's called IMVU, a 3D chat on my internet.
Who are you 3D chatting with?
People all over the world.
Yeah.
Why? What? How do you know them, or is it just random?
It's random people.
Why do you want to talk to random people?
It's fun. All over the world.
Do they speak English?
Some of them, yeah. Well, the English ain't that good. Some of them, you know.
Do you speak a different language?
No, I don't.
So what do you talk to the people who don't speak any English? You just kind of like nod.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, what the fuck y'all saying?
No, we can't swear on this show.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
know,
didn't
I know.
read this
That's why I
sign
said
right
speak
here,
my
Sleepy. No profanity. Next thing I know, you're going to be advertising and singing copyrighted music.
WTF.
Yeah,
That's what I
WTF. Hey, that's one of our competitors, Sleepy.
Yeah.
Mark Maron. We don't
Rival podcast.
Rival podcast, Mark Maron. So what's
Now, somebody
Did
calling
you
me
just
and
suddenly become confused about how a phone works?
All right, well, we'll
Scared.
let you
But
go. You can.
no, we good.
We're good.
Figure out your
We're good.
phone, man.
We're
It's
good.
good.
So
Get
what?
my other line.
Oh, they'll get your other line.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
They'll get your.
I'm trying to be on y'all show.
They'll get your
Go on the
assistant
outside
probably.
and in.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
So what do you want to
but
talk
yeah.
about? Did you watch the debate, Sleepy?
Oh yeah, man. Obama kicked butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, did he? You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, he totally did.
Yeah, he kicked
That's
butt,
the
man.
submarine.
What was your favorite part?
That comment was pretty great.
Oh, when he said horses and vignette, whatever he said.
Horses and beignets. I don't think he said horses and beignets.
Bayonet?
But if he would have said horses and beignets, I would have been like, you know what? The Navy does have too many beignets, or not enough, depending on where they are.
Something, man. Something like that.
It's like for too long, hazelnut coffee and beignets have been powering our Navy. No, horses and bayonets. I did think that was kind of weird. Like when he said that, you know.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
It
he
was
called out Mitt Romney saying that, like, yeah, they used to have horses and bayonets, and then on the radio today with the Republicans were like, you know, they still do use bayonets. Like that was like any sort of response. Like no, but like that's not what the point was. Like who cares?
Yeah, it was.
Because the people that base, when someone at Fox News, when they have group news meetings, they don't actually have a line that they won't cross to try to justify how their opponent didn't lose. Like they'll go so far as to be like, we still use them occasionally to clear out underbrush. Sure,
Yeah, run,
socialist Muslims.
run with it. So you're gonna vote, Sleepy?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Do you want? Who are you gonna vote for?
Dorsa. Yeah.
Do you want to say? Do you think other people should vote for him as well?
Yeah, they should. That's what I said. Give him 4 more years. He'll clean up everything. You know, get everything back in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
You know.
Well, that's a pretty good spokesperson. Sleepy from River West.
Yeah.
For Barack Obama.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta let you go, Sleepy, because we got a lot of people to get to tonight.
A lot of
but
guests, but
thank you
thanks
so
for
much for
coming,
tuning in, man.
Oh, you got more callers?
Yeah, I hope so.
Call waiting. Hold on.
Yeah, call waiting.
No,
All
we're
right.
going under a bridge.
right, Sleepy, we'll check you later, man.
Going through a tunnel, Sleepy. Sorry.
Sleepy. Tune into the Sleepy Show on Killer Radio.
Yeah.
And vote for Obama.
right.
And horses and beignets. I don't know if he said that on purpose, but that was
we
a
could
funny
have won
joke.
the war in Iraq if we had more beignets.
I think you can win any war with beignets.
The war against drugs, the war against women.
You're not going to win the war against diabetes. That's the thing. Beignets are not going to get you there. So what were we talking about? You got robbed?
Oh yeah, no. That's it. I think I pretty much covered it.
Do you have
My history was taken. That pisses me
renter's
off.
insurance?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, that's making a lot of noise. Eric was going to stop you from doing that too, because he's wearing the cans. Hey, there's Kelly Todd from the Hot Live Debates. We should talk about that. I went to the Hot Live Debate.
All right, cool. Yeah.
It was really cool. It was like they had all these people set up, and then they put a microphone in front of people that maybe weren't like super prepared to have a microphone in front of them, but it was a really good time. Ed Nugent was there. He went on stage and debated some stuff. You're never going to believe this, but they had a debate about like the police, like pro-police and then anti-police in
That
River
was
West.
weird. That was
in
a
the
little
public
weird.
house?
Yeah.
In the public house.
Which side would you think would they would come down on, Eric? Which side do you think they would come down on?
Seriously, which side?
Seriously, which side? Definitely pro-police, right? Yeah.
Well, you would be
More the
absolutely
better.
right.
More the better.
Yeah, the more the better.
On every corner with guns.
And it was purely every corner. Yeah.
I need checkpoints
Yeah.
to get some coffee in the morning. I want 14 different types of.
Well, yeah. Now that you've been robbed, you want to just feel safe all the time, and nothing makes you feel safer than a police state, right? Guns everywhere. But yeah, it was just because one guy was a better debater than the other people there, which was kind of what it was all about. And they were raising money for the River West Bakery, which we as a show support, which Cast Killer supports. So, and you won't have to get your bagels from Fuel Cafe anymore. You can go to the River West Bakery someday.
Is that a day old?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah. There you go, Jason.
Never
dig in.
Thank you.
So what did you guys do with your weekend? Eric, what did you do with your weekend?
On Friday I went to a party. It was a lot of fun.
Really? What was the party?
It was at my friend's house.
I feel like I muted Jason's mic, but I feel like I should have muted your mic now. This is kind of sad. Anyways, I went to a concert Friday night.
What concert did you go to, person whose opinion?
Oh, your mic's awful. Let me just turn your mic back up. No, I went to see Nato Cole's band, which we always play on the show.
That was after that. We had a great Killer show.
That's right. Let's talk about that a little bit in the second half. We can talk about that. I think that.
Are you silencing me? Fashion?
Yes, I am. It's a police state up in this piece. We're kind of all over the place. But yeah, Nato Cole's band at Quarters. Well, I have some stuff to talk about from that. First of all, they were fantastic, and there was some other bands there that were really great. Board Games, and I forget the other band.
Was there a band called Board Games?
Board Games, yeah.
Pausing in the middle.
No, that was the band, Board Games. You don't put it past those hipsters, though, let me tell you. It was very hipster-laden. A lot of flannel going around, myself included. Gary Z was there, getting drunk. But the drunkest person was my brother when he was there. He was too drunk.
Hashtag Lale.
They wouldn't serve him, like, at
really?
the bar.
Cut it off? Oh,
yeah.
Cut off.
But we made sure he got home safe and everything. Actually, no, he, like, got into a cab, I guess. And just got a free cab ride. You have to be at a special state to get a free cab ride.
Free cab ride.
Yeah, but yeah, he was waltzing around in that joint.
I don't drink because it heals my pain. I drink for the free cab ride.
That's right. No, he was just out of sorts. He was a little over his skis, if you will. But the next day I saw him last night. He's doing much better.
Yeah.
That's from my mom, who's probably listening. So that was pretty cool. It was cool to see NATO's band, who we play on the show all the time, playing live. Such a fun show. If you get a chance to go see NATO Coles and the Blue Diamond Band, definitely go see it. So since you've been robbed, are you more leery? Are you protecting yourself more now? Are you mounting up, as they say?
Well, the thing is I had already done everything that I had anticipated that I had to do to keep myself safe from this kind of thing. I could have never.
Until that point, though.
Right, but you never. The thing about the police officer, and I think his inappropriate response to it was that, in some way, shape, or form, I was supposed to be prepared for somebody kicking out the lower part of my door and crawling in.
Right, more locks.
More locks, right? That would have.
And because you're Jewish, you just thought he was talking about smoked salmon.
I was out of bagels. They stole my bagels. Those they stole my sunglasses. They were the worst thieves in the world too. That was kind of the thing. They took money.
Well, I wouldn't say they're the worst, Jason. They did take your stuff.
Yeah,
they did take my one camera though, but right next to the computer they took was an incredibly expensive camera and an incredibly expensive lens that they didn't touch at all.
Okay. Well, if you're listening, robbers.
Right. But if there was cash everywhere.
But they didn't take that?
They didn't take that, but they took a huge thing of change I had and dumped it all over the ground while they tried to scatter away with it.
Change is much more substantial though, because it's heavy, you know? I feel like that's, maybe they're blind.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. This is heavy.
They have no idea what they've done.
Take this. You just need to put some bowling balls in your house.
Not that I want.
What's this? It's got to be worth a bunch.
Not that I want skilled thieves trying again, and I don't want better criminals on the streets. But the thing is
here's the thing though, Jason. Better criminals aren't going to spend their time stealing our stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A really good criminal is going to be a high-end art thief, or I don't know, go to the place where there is money, like a bank.
Right.
Or a McDonald's.
I want to do that. Being John Malkovich, I want to be in the mind of somebody who breaks into a house. I want to know what your mindset is. I'm going to ignore your drugs, but I'm going to go for this.
Wait, they didn't take your drugs? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what you're saying now.
Not that I would have drugs. I'm saying if hypothetically,
hypodermically, if you had drugs, they didn't take
it was just
them.
silly. It was just I don't know how to feel about it. It's both relieving.
I know how you should feel about it, though.
You know, you said that like it was like a 45-minute window that you were gone, but it sounds like it must have been so frantic that during the time that they're actually robbing you, they're like that you know, they would grab the change and like spill it, and they're like, well, clearly we're gonna take the TV and then take this. Like, did they just like rip the TV out of the wall, basically? Like,
It's on a stand. It wasn't in the wall. They just kind of like, lifted it and carried it off. It was a 42-inch TV.
You gotta have cable. That's why. Did you have cable?
Yeah.
You did, so they unscrewed the cable thing or pulled it out.
Oh no, it was just HDMI. That's all.
That's what it is. The HDMI's are not foolproof. They're not robber-proof.
It would have given me the window if it was screw.
What do you think? Like, where do you go with a 42-inch TV? I guess there must be some kind of market for it.
Yeah, you just take it to your friend's house and then you offer it to somebody for like $200.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
$100.
So, are you mad? Are you angry?
I'm angry at the violation. I'm angry that all of those things are gone. Like those pictures are gone. Like irreplaceable pictures.
Bye.
Bye. There's also it's somewhat sort of relieving in a way because it kind of alleviated me of the boredom of my obsessions, or not the boredom of my obsession. The tedium and the weight of them, because I would like sometimes
the sadness.
Yeah.
The sadness. You're referring to the sadness. This is why you need to join our basketball fantasy league. There's no room for sadness when you're trying to decide between Mark Gasol and Al Jefferson. You know, if I didn't take the time to be in 2 NBA fantasy leagues, I might let things like, I don't know, utter depression creep in. Besides like that, I have Andres Biedrins and his 12-foot jumper to rely on to get me past those dark moments. I think Hemingway said that.
No, Hemingway didn't say much because he was drunk.
Well, I can drunkenly NBA draft, so I can tell you that, because I definitely reached for Ersani Ilyasova. Anyways, shout out to all our nerdy NBA fans. Jason's going to become one of us.
Yeah.
We're fighting Jason's depression with NBA basketball. That's because we're good friends. We're going to do that for you. Like, you may not have a computer. You might have to go to a friend's house to set your lineup, or you can do it from your phone. But still, like, you need something in your life, and I think it's deciding between which, 6th and 7th man on NBA squads would fit your roster.
Yeah.
What do you think, Eric?
I think it's going to be that extra waiver wire that puts you over the edge for the week for the win.
Yeah, it's going to be your...
It's going to be like, wow, life matters.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What?
Oh, I got Rodney Stuckey for the 11th pick. That's, hey, I mean, I guess not everything's bad. Rodney Stuckey. You never know. You might.
Or I could just read more and just.
Yeah, read more NBA.
I'm gonna. Oh my God.
RotoWire.
I'm gonna be insufferable by the time summer comes around.
You're gonna know like everything about MCL strains.
Yeah.
You'll be like, it's different than a tear.
Right.
No, we have our NBA fantasy league draft coming up. I know we talked about that previously, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. Right?
No, but I can look for it.
He's looking for your TV.
Yeah. If you see, why don't you put an APB out there for the things that you lost?
I did.
Where?
Craigslist.
Well, describe something that you lost. What's weird that was taken? I mean, there must be some stickers on your computer or something. Wait, did you put it out like fishing, or were you like, if you see this?
Well, my roommate put up something about an HP and a compact having just recently been taken, and if anyone knew anything about them. We got a text message that said, "Are these interesting to you?" And they posted a link to some photos, but we can't seem to look at them without a GIMP photo viewer, and that's impossible to put. That's strange.
I don't know what that's about.
But my computer was a compact that had Apple sticker on the back, and my other one was an HP that was small and metal, and had I got tested sticker on it for the ladies.
All right, right on.
And a Casa Killer sticker. Actually, you don't have to get tested to get that sticker. That's the best part.
Clearly
you can
not.
Just get you can just.
You have to have full-blown AIDS though to get that sticker though. So that sucks. We're sorry about that. And other comics have gotten.
Jeff Lambton got emptied out.
Yeah, I mean,
well.
he lived in his truck, and his truck basically got broken into, right? And then he didn't live in it. He lived out of it, basically, you know. And then Ryan Lowe obviously had his thing stolen as well. Ryan Lowe had like puppets stolen from him.
He had
That's
his
the
own joke
stupidest
bag.
thing I've ever
A
heard.
dress and a beard, yeah.
Yeah, he had his joke bag taken from him. Like that. I guess that shows the state of people who steal things lately. Is that they're willing to steal.
That's worse. That's much worse than a TV.
Yeah. Why don't you describe what was taken, Eric?
What?
Can you just describe the situation? What happened?
With the stuff that Ryan Lowe got sold from?
Yeah, with what we're talking about right now.
We want you to engage.
Yeah, we want you to contribute to the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sucked that you got all the stuff stolen from him.
Who's he? Who's he? Start with that.
Ryan Lowe.
Okay. And stuff. Define stuff.
Well, there was the beard and the dress for his bearded lady thing, and like all of the things from his sound effect routine that he does. So like, we had the benefit form on Wednesday at Karma. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, and what did we do at the benefit? How was it a benefit?
It was a benefit for Ryan Lowe, and the stuff, his beard and dress, to get, you know.
Then you have 42 inch.
What do you mean, though? Like, what did we bring to the show to support him?
Jamaican.
Is it my TV?
We brought him things for his joke bag. We brought him things for his joke bag.
Jamaican dreadlocks.
It's like teaching a dog to host a radio show in a lot of ways.
Co-host.
Co-host. Were you at that, Jason? Did you bring stuff? I don't
No,
remember.
I just have a gift bag for the next time I see him.
Oh, right on.
A couple of things.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were
Plastic
there.
horse and a broken army man.
I didn't really have anything. I didn't.
You have a
Well,
plastic horse and Ryan didn't get it yet?
I have a ton of plastic horses. You know, I felt bad because I didn't contribute anything, so I think the next time I see him, I'll have to find something wacky around my house to give him. And I have plenty of things that are wacky around my house.
Like Lale.
Like my brother. I have like a seashell thing. Well, I probably can't give that away. My girlfriend would kill me. I guess everything that I have is like really ugly stuff that my girlfriend collected, I guess. I could just give him my girlfriend. There you go. That's a win-win. Plenty of space at the old chateau. He'll be making jokes about her. That's pretty good, right? A lot of people have jokes about living with somebody. Sorry, Nicole, you gotta live with Ryan Lowe now. Easy transition, same name.
Yep.
Same name. Right on.
And he's funnier, so that's
Yeah, way
that's gonna be good
funnier.
for her.
Super funnier.
Smarter.
So we've got NBA draft coming up. You know, the crime. Speaking of crime too, like I guess the biggest crime here in our area was the shooting at a spa in Brookfield, which is terrible. Just like terrible thing that happened. And I think that it sucks that that's like how our city is going to be kind of portrayed for a short period of time. Like it is funny, like we go to that hot light debate and there's this like we're jokingly talking about like sort of the terrible things that the police department had done recently, and then like that happens and it just like goes to show that like we do need those responsible people in our area. We do need, you know, civil society to work. Because it didn't work on that day. Where were you guys when that was going down? Obviously, it was during the Packer game.
Yeah, it was during the Packer game.
I
Yeah.
actually didn't hear about that till later on. I only know a couple of details about it. Like, didn't the guy have a restraining order against him by somebody from...
Yeah. He had been ordered to turn in all of his guns and everything, and he had...
Threatened to kill her a couple
Yeah,
times.
he threatened to kill her a couple times. He had bought
Are we having an honest conversation about why that's bad?
No, I mean, I think we can all agree that that's bad. I was just trying to get the context of, like, what it was like for somebody in this community to hear about that happening since it happened nationally.
Oh, what's weird is I'm at a point now in my life where I'm like, oh, look, a shooting. Tuesday.
I was at my friend Brad's house, and his roommate's girlfriend was like from like the Brookfield area, so she was really freaked out and stuff because it was obviously like it was weird too. It was like during the commercials of the Packer game, like we Packer game, like commercial, like this is
Yeah, well, like that was the thing that was really strange is that they didn't know if the guy had like escaped.
Yeah.
They didn't know if he was still in the building. They didn't know where he was, and they were like, okay, Brookfield, crazy gunman on the loose. He killed a couple of people. Okay, back to the game. And then like the game would happen, then back to commercial, and be like, police still don't know where this guy is. Like in the end, it turned out he had killed himself like a day late, basically, and and it was sort of anticlimactic in that sense, but and a relief that he was not on the streets anymore too. I mean, it's not a relief. I don't think that he killed himself. Yeah. That's weird to say, but like you felt relieved when you heard that news. Yeah. At least I did, because he wasn't running around in Brookfield with a bunch of guns. Right. Did you know that he took a taxi to that place?
Wow, really?
Yeah, they released that in the news conference that they did. He took a taxi with a backpack full of like guns and ammunition. I don't know if he was drunk.
I mean, drunk enough to get a free taxi?
I don't know, because I don't think that was right. Are you making a joke about my brother being a murderer? It's a really good joke. Super good joke. So you weren't watching TV at that time? Was that because you don't have a TV? Jason, your mic's off mute for now. For right now.
You can't see me. I'm shaking my head slowly.
Whoa. Have you thought about what your team name is going to be for basketball? Mine's Shrimp from the Barbie, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, it has to be a basketball player related.
It has to be a pun on
it doesn't have to be that. I mean, I wouldn't go with the Brookfield Sharpshooters. Wow. Yeah. See, two can play at making terrible jokes.
Oh my God. And you can win.
That was terrible. I rescind that joke immediately.
No, I haven't thought about my name.
Terrible tragedy.
On that.
Yeah, think about it. Draft is Thursday, so I'm sure next week we'll talk about the draft. It'll be fun.
That'll be great, yeah.
Where's Ed? We should take a break and then Ed can come.
Why? This is going so great. Everything's going great. You don't know what your name's going to be? Well, we'll start this. Here, we'll figure this out. Name some basketball players. Who is like your favorite basketball player growing up?
Manute Bol.
This is good. Manute Bol is good fodder for like funny names. Yeah. Also, Manute Bol had a huge honker. Like that has to be true. He's from the Sudan and he's very tall. So you could go with like
speculate, yeah.
Manute Bol's giant pole. You could go with what?
Wait, how about Minute Bol?
Minute to win it. Minute to win it. Does that work? Like minute to win it?
All right.
How about Dikembe Mutombo?
Dikembe Mutombo? That's another player that you like? Do you want to hear my Mutombo?
No, you're just the weirdest names I could think of from basketball players that were relevant when I gave a shit.
Yeah.
Gave a darn.
Oh, okay.
Dikembe, you want to hear my Dikembe Mutombo impression?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Because he talked like that. He had a crazy voice.
Was there a player named Yao?
Yao Ming.
Yao. That would be mine.
Yao. You just want to be Yao. It's got to be something like the other league that I'm in. Yao? The other league that I'm in has a theme like for all the names have to be related to 90s movies. Oh. So like people have names that are related to 90s movies. Mine is Forrest Gump Up the Volume.
Oh, I was gonna say mine's Zero Cool Runnings.
Zero Cool Runnings. There you go. Just playing that game. So you don't know anything about basketball though? Like nothing, zero?
I know they throw a ball into a peach basket, right?
That's correct. Yeah, James Naismith, inventor of basketball.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do? How do you plan to win? You're gonna contribute $10. There's no reason to contribute $10 and then lose.
Well, I have to learn.
But how are you going to learn? Are you going to like get into stats? Are you going to watch the games?
Spend a lot of time with Eric Thorson.
Oh boy, that sounds rough.
Yeah, that's the ticket to win.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, I'm going to be the taco of this. Like I'm going to show up, I'm going to randomly win and not even realize it.
Oh, is that a good reference to the league? I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. I guess there's a thing about that. Like sometimes, fantasy leagues can be won by the person who like doesn't really pay attention, except for baseball.
Yeah.
Like you can't just roll out of bed and win a baseball league.
Yeah. But
that doesn't
football
happen.
You can though.
But you can totally roll out of bed and play baseball.
Yeah, probably. Just swing a stick. All right, let's take a break. This is going horrible. Let's.
I'm sorry we're not up to your exacting standards, Mason.
I'm not up to my exacting standards. Here's another song by the Fatty Acids. We're going to take a short break. I promise you great things, people. I promise you great things. I can't hear anything. Is this working?
Shh. Yeah, I hear it really faint.
I muted you.
This is the Fatty Acids. Welcome back to the show.
Hey.
It's been low key. That song didn't help either. We need something to get the juices flowing up in this piece. What gets the juices flowing?
We just got a tweet. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Well, I know what get the juices flowing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking.
This is great. Day of the Doodle, right? Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's our theme song.
Yeah. Theme song.
Killer Radio.
All right, we're back. We're back. We are back. We are back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Killer Radio Show. We come to you live every Tuesday night at 8 to roughly somewhere around 10. Eric Thorson and I are just hanging out while Jason smokes a cigarette with Ed Nugent, who's going to be coming on the show pretty soon. Ed's a comic, and he's also a member of the Brew City Bomb Shafts, as well as the Brew City Bomb Shells. Helps to run that along with his wife, who is preggers.
Yep. Big
Ed
news.
Nugent
Yeah.
is going to be a dad.
Yeah.
And when you hear him talk, you're going to be like, okay, all right, I can see that, I can see that. So, Ed, why don't you swing in here, sit in the spot somewhere over there. I'll just move people's mics here, except for mine. A bunch of moving goes around. Ed is sitting down. Hey, Ed.
Can you hear me all right?
I'm muting everybody while Jason gets back to his spot where he eats food and knocks a bunch of stuff over.
You want to sit right there? I'll sit over here.
All right, yeah, we can do that. So, Ed, welcome to the show.
Howdy, hi-ho.
Ed Nugent's been on the show before. We mostly talked about comedy last time Ed was here, but we wanted to give an opportunity to bring Ed on, maybe talk about other stuff, because you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do.
You did the Hot Live debate. We just talked about that.
That was awesome.
Tell us about your experience doing that.
It was a lot like stand-up, but instead of being funny, I was trying to be persuasive.
How's that different? I feel like you have to be persuasive when you're doing stand-up anyways, right?
Yeah, you're not going for the laugh. You're going for the pure logic. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
It was very good for mic time in general, just for stage time, and then also. People were very, very intently listening, and it was kind of different.
There's a lot of heckling going on too, which was nice, actually. I thought.
Well, if you actually think about it, I mean, that's what the other team was doing.
Yeah, they're heckling you.
You know, so it was a lot of crowd work. It was a lot of crowd work. You really had to feel.
Now, what was your topic? Do you remember?
Voting or not, voting makes a difference, or voting's a waste of time. And I had voting was a waste of time.
I thought you made a pretty persuasive argument, but I felt like you were really speaking from the heart, because like I really feel like you could have told me, like, without even being there, not to vote.
I'm very weird about my political stances.
I can't imagine.
I know, right?
So are you gonna vote then?
Yeah. I vote every day.
With your dollar, right?
That's the main thing, is how you act and what we do pretty much forms our culture, and that pretty much defines more of the reality than some guy in Washington, because how I act to you in my neighborhood is a lot more tangible than some jerk off sending robotic drones to kill people.
Yeah, I think you being nice to me in River West is better than drone strikes. I can go on the record there. No, but you're right. Like, it's more present to make a difference in people's lives around you than it is to, make a difference in Washington. I do think that, I guess it's my own opinion that there is power in those offices, so we have to care about it.
So many people rely on, they very much in that same vein, they're just mean to people, and they're isolated, and they don't contribute to their community, and they think that they have strong, well, apparently vaguely strong political opinions, and they think when they go to the polls, that's how they're helping people, when doing what you do is...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, people who definitely are shut-ins and spend a lot of time on message boards, they definitely vote.
The modern suburban prison. They sit in front of televisions, Wii's, PS3s, and Xbox.
Maybe their iPod. Maybe they're
360s.
tuning in right now.
Right,
Hey, guys.
iPads. They all sit there in their little devices, and then they decide to
Steve
go
Reeves.
out. What do? Well, they hop in the family transport with TVs, iPhones, iPads, and then they go and they stand outside the venue in their little clustered iPhone, iPad, liking each other's check-ins at the table that they sit at all by themselves. And the only real interaction they have the entire time a suburban family goes out to eat is with the waiter, which they typically don't tip well and treat like poo.
Yeah, so tweet the show. Hashtag Killer Radio at Cast Killers.
I want to see. What I want to do.
Standing
I
in
want,
an iPod circle.
in years, there's going to be. I want to do this as an experiment. I want to meet somebody and I want to have a relationship with them that is
Good
based
luck.
solely in text. I want to hang out with them all the time, but we never talk. We only talk in text, and we have sex, but we have to go to separate rooms because we will be sexting each other. So for us to actually be intimate, we have to go to different rooms because we won't actually have sex because we can't interact. We have to do that, and then
What the hell you're talking about right
we get
now?
married, and then like you take this person to be your lawfully wedded husband, and you just text.
Yeah, it's called The Sims, dude. Just
Well, or
get a-
World of Warcraft.
Oh, your computer got stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck now. You're screwed.
Well, see, that is one thing. I work from home, and there's been enough changeover at work since I've done this that some people only know me as the ominous IT guy that can pop up in their window at any moment. You know, I'm just this Oz character in the background.
Do you have a name? Is it Ed Nugent that pops up or what?
No, it's my real name.
Do you,
Pasek.
Ed
Sorry?
Pasek?
Pasek. Yeah, exactly. See why it's new? Nobody's ever asked me how to spell Nugent.
True. True enough.
You kind of sound like I feel like Tom Hanks would have founded you and put you in a boy band.
So one of the so you're an IT guy. We can talk about that, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But you're also involved with the Brew City Bombshells, the Brew City Bomb Shafts, and what else are you involved with? Am I missing other things?
Well, I perform with a bunch of troops. We also perform.
Run them down. Run them down.
Milltown Kings, the Bombshells, Bomb Shafts. I've done shows out in Madison. The wife's been in festivals in Chicago. Me and her have performed a lot of places. Green Bay, Savage Go-Go up there.
You also do you have any affiliation with the Carnival,
I'm friends with a lot of them.
the Dead Man's Carnival?
They perform with us a lot. I hang out.
And the Mutes too, right?
Oh yeah, the Mutes. The Mutes also, we perform with them, and you guys
That's
also.
Jeremy J?
Yeah, Jeremy J's in the Mutes as well.
So you're very involved in the counterculture scene, I guess, of Milwaukee. If you want to define it in any way, it's pretty undefined as it is, because all of those things are loosely, involved with one another. It's more of like a community.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of artists that kind of use it as group colors,
Sure.
so we know who the Sharks and the Jets are.
Yeah, right on. So you like the Bombshells would probably have been the first thing that you were involved with.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved with that?
Pretty much, my wife was in it, and they.
Before you met her?
No.
I was gonna say, did you go to a show and you were like, that one, right, that one there?
I actually got her involved in that.
Oh, look at you.
I met a girl at a bar that said she needed a dancer, and I said, hey, my wife does belly dancing. Because
So-
my wife was only a belly dancer when she first started. And then from there, after doing that for a while, she moved on to doing burlesque.
So that's like the gateway to get your significant other to start
No,
taking their clothes
no,
off in public.
No, she.
Or is that alcohol?
No, she's pretty much always been into art. She's a really, really bad art junkie. She paints, she dances, she makes all of her own costumes. She
Oh, wow.
sews. Yeah, my wife.
Well, you probably sew though now too, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about me and my wife.
So,
We
well-
both do a huge amount of random stuff. We're very do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does but does that make you a huge pussy? It's a terrible question.
No.
You know how to sew, so it's like, are you gay or something?
No, it's not like that at all. I really think that in order to kind of complete yourself as a human being, to kind of accept any role, and like,
Sure.
honestly, if it's going to be at that point in society where you're going to say that any activity has a gender assignment to it, it's just kind of silly.
I was making a joke.
I know you were.
I'm sorry.
See, but the whole thing about jokes, though, is they're supposed to be funny.
Oh, I know. All right, well, that's been Ed's time. So, yeah, I feel the same way as you do, only like I've like had it ingrained in me that any activity has to lead towards some sort of monetary goal. Like, that's what comes with having a Republican dad. Like, you can do whatever you want to do as long as there's money in it. Like, the last thing.
They pay your
The best.
But you found a way to be happy doing what you're doing. There's probably a monetary component to what you do.
Oh yeah, it's called my day job actually.
Yeah, yeah. Can you talk about what it's like to balance like that? I know you do work at home, but I mean, there's got to be some. I mean, do people that you work with know that you're a part of the bombshells? All that?
Actually, we use this thing at work called Chatter for Salesforce, and it's basically like Salesforce's version of a company-wide Facebook. And on there,
I was on Salesforce for a while. Let's talk about Salesforce, you guys.
And on there, I actually have the same pic as my profile, which is me in my dress and my gloves.
Right on.
They've seen me dance.
Oh yeah.
They loved my my last number that I did at the Humanities show. I passed that one around work. I work for a really cool company. It's pretty slick. The owner's awesome. Everybody there is really cool. So
that's great.
A lot of tattoos.
You definitely wear yourself. You know, you're wide open. You're a wide open guy. Like you. There's never been anything like you. I'd be like, well, you guys. Not in front of Ed. Not in front of. That's gonna really hurt Ed's sensibilities. Let's not talk about that.
Well, I kind of live in a world where I'll be hanging out. With,
you guys. Ed's coming over later. Okay.
I hang out in a world where just randomness happens. It's one of the things with being a father is in my performance.
Whoa! Spoiler.
Yeah, for my performance thing is, I was thinking about it. For this Halloween, I bought an entire box of silly string. Just
like a case
of silly string guns.
Yeah. Tell about the Rosebud. Like, what's the number? What are you doing?
Eric, could you get a little further away from your mic when you talk? Actually, that'd be great.
At the Rosebud on the 27th?
Yeah, we'll be at the Rosebud the 27th for this Saturday. We're doing the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I have this huge thing of silly string guns, and it occurred to me that at some point I'm going to tell a small child, no. Those are for Daddy's work. And he's just saddest eyes. And I said, all right, you can have one.
Oh, you said he. You want it to be a boy? Just stop gendering your zygote.
Yeah, right. I know. No, we've actually been thinking of names, and the wife doesn't like any of mine.
What? Give us some examples. Jason. Aaron.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
That for wrestling?
Totally. That's the reference. Come on, you're the kid. Is the New World Order in the class?
Yeah.
The other, I mean, and you guys have always heard my other one.
That's so cool.
Aerosmith?
No, Danger Explosion Cunnilingus.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Danger exploding cunnilingus.
Best.
If it's a girl, yeah, I mean definitely.
Any which way, I mean, because they'd be walking away and be like,
I guess
so
it's a good
Danger's
thing.
your middle name. They're like, no, Danger's my first name. And then you detonate an explosion, and Explosion's my middle. And then the main love interest is like, oh, what's your last name? And they're like, Cunnilingus. And then
Are
close
you gonna
scene.
develop explosions for your child to walk in front of?
Possibly, if they're that, if they ask for that. I've always wanted
I'm raising
theme
him like a
music.
bay child.
Right.
I'm a bay baby.
Oh man, so yeah, you're gonna be a dad. That's
Yeah.
pretty exciting news.
Yeah, super exciting.
You're like the first. I think you're really the first member of like our group of people that I know becoming pregnant. I mean, the comics and
That
stuff
knew
like
and
that.
did it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we don't travel really in the same circle as Johnny Beaner, but he
Well,
talks a lot about it on
Jeff
stage.
Lampton had a kid.
Yeah, that's true. He
I mean,
did.
It sucks that his.
If he can do it,
Yeah, well,
everyone can do it.
I'd have to say that it sucks that his woman is being crappy about it. That also that.
It's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah,
Speaking
well,
of Holocaust.
Yeah, if anybody needs to get their laptop back, it's him, because the only pictures he has of his kid are there, other than when
Oh
he's
my
got on
God.
Facebook. Yeah,
The only
that's
pictures I had of my kid are on my computer.
your kid.
Whoa, heavy stuff. You don't have a
Calling my
kid.
baby fat now?
Yes,
God,
fat baby.
Ryan, you're so insensitive.
It's a fat baby.
Are you guys all keeping baby pictures in your wallet so that they return it?
Just in case. Just in case. So you're like, tell us about finding out. Like, what was it like when you first realized, like, okay, this is kind of
like
for
Alien,
real?
Like when all of a sudden.
No. I was excited. I used to teach in school. I used to be a teacher. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
I used to be a teacher. I used to teach.
Terror just doesn't end.
I know. I used to teach special education. I was awesome at it. Never had my knowledge of Saturday morning cartoons played so heavily into me getting a job.
I was gonna say it's only went up since then.
But no, I enjoy kids. Kids like me too. Kids, small animals flock to me. I'm like the Pied Piper.
We should say he's surrounded by small animals right now. There's a geese. There's some
Singing
geese.
birds holding up a banner
Yeah.
above him.
Yeah. He's like Cinderella.
There's like
In a lot
I
of
don't know how we managed to get a bear in here. but
Nutrella.
Nutrella. Oh man, Nutrella. Cannot wait. That could be your kid's name. Nutrella.
Nutrella.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is-
So you found out you were really excited because, this is something you've wanted to do for a while, to assume?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to terrorize society with my own spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
It's like twins. And you're like, what?
This child will be pretty much very impressionable to me. I mean, you know how
Yeah.
I am. So
It's like a leaving your stamp on the world type of thing.
Oh yeah, it's totally like a minion.
Yeah.
The way I view it, it's going to be. I mean, granted, I won't think I've done my job unless it totally disagrees with me eventually, but
Oh, well, yeah, it'll be like Family Ties, basically. It's going to be like, my mom and dad, they take their clothes off on stage for money. I'm playing the stock market, though, because I want to be different.
right.
That's what I'm really hoping. Like, I hope you... Did you hear they're rebooting? Family Ties. Only, I just found this out,
What's
too.
it called? American Dad?
They're not... It's not what you'd think it would be, too. It's very close to what Family Ties was, but they're not referencing
That's
it.
the one with Kirk Cameron, right?
No, it's Michael J. Fox.
Oh.
Oh, are they-
Wait. Like Michael J. Fox is in the new one?
No.
Oh, I was gonna be like,
that's gonna be shaky.
right?
Yeah, you guys.
It's kind of on uneven ground.
All right.
They're gonna film it in Haiti, so.
No, but they're using 90s hippies as the parents. And then the kid will be like, he
90s?
wants to rebel, so he's like.
So they're gonna
So it's gonna be like that.
So they're gonna talk
So
about
the
like.
parents are from the 90s.
Well, they're going to be like 90s hippies grown up.
So they're gonna be like talking about the WTO and stuff.
They're gonna,
protests?
yeah, they're gonna be talking. Battle in Seattle. They're gonna be talking about that. They're gonna be talking about like Edie Brickell and like Joan Osborne and how great they were. I don't know. I mean,
Camille Padula.
my friend and I were talking about
That's a reference.
who we potentially wanted to be the
Say?
Camille Padula.
Oh my God. Oh.
She's all over the 90s.
Who is that?
But she makes no sense.
Pomo feminist.
Yeah,
I don't know
feminist
who that is.
philosopher, diatribe writer.
My girlfriend probably knows who that is. Then
You should probably figure that one out.
I don't care.
Speaking of being together a long time, having kids, relationship stuff.
Oh, me? You want to put me on?
Yeah,
on
let's
blast.
put Ryan Mason on the spot for once. He's
Oh, this
always
will be my
really,
mom's
really
favorite
rough.
episode.
Let's roast Mason. So let's ask the obvious question. When's the wedding?
When's the wedding? I don't even know if we would want to have like a wedding. You know, you're a non-traditionalist. Like we've talked about like what we would do, and I don't know if I don't want to do like the thing. You
We had
know.
a burlesque show at our wedding.
See, there you go. That might be up my alley.
Season to the Abyss was.
I don't know. I don't have money. I need money before I would make the decision. So I gotta like hit the lottery or
She
like
doesn't care, right? It's not like, why are we getting married?
no.
No, she seems real cool
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. See, so Nicole, if you're listening, we're never getting married because you don't care. And Mom, lay off. Ed Nugent's on the case.
Parents, if you're listening, I'm never gonna
Well,
make your.
I would want to get married, though. Like, I do want to get married eventually,
would you
and I do want to have a kid.
would
for
you
sure.
want Nicole to propose to you?
No.
I would have rather had my wife.
That's like, first of all, like, it's
First you sew, now the woman proposes.
it's perfectly fine for a woman
Hey,
to propose.
hey, dude, feminism it can work for you if you live it. I mean,
yeah.
I definitely.
Did you just call it feminism?
Totally did.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. You just masculinized feminism. The word. Like, that's terrible.
No,
I'm not signing up for that. How very third wave of you. I don't know. I don't even know.
So it's so material nowadays. But because I work for a jeweler. So
You work for a Jew?
jeweler.
So yes.
Actually, I believe my boss is from Utah.
Okay. All right. Maybe he's a Mormon.
No, could not.
Couldn't.
No.
Wouldn't. So
He
I don't
likes to
know.
party.
I wouldn't be opposed to a woman proposing to me, but like, and I'm accepting of that being a value that like women can have,
Right.
but also like I would never live that down from like the guys who I hang out with who are not like feministly charged, you know, like like I hang out with a lot of dumb guys. Like let's be honest.
Oh,
And,
I
like,
noticed.
I'm not saying that Jason would razz me about it, but Jason would totally razz me about it.
No, I wouldn't.
You would. If I was being a jerk to you, you wouldn't throw that in my face.
Oh, I'd find better things to throw in your face.
Well,
Yeah.
that's probably true.
Way.
You're bigger than that. No, I don't know.
You have far easier shortcomings.
Yeah,
to pick on, right? Come
that's
on.
true. Down the road, though.
If
Down the
you were
road.
accepting, if you were, I wouldn't razz you about that. That's.
What about you,
I'm
Eric?
proud of you.
What?
What about you, Eric? Guys making guys uncomfortable. Welcome to the talk. Do you want to get married, have kids, right now?
Probably not right now. I wouldn't say like this moment.
Somewhere, some way.
Somewhere, yeah.
I think having a kid
Right
sounds
now, if you
awesome.
Get married.
Like having a kid to me sounds way more interesting, especially at this point in my life. Like the people I knew that got married, you know, in their mid early 20s, like they had that really nice moment, you know. But like I'm almost 30, like having a kid seems like the cool thing. Like that sounds really cool.
The thing is,
Ed,
like
what year
now
did
all
you
of
get
my
married?
friends that I grew up with, they all got married when they were young. That like 21, 22, 23 had their kids, and now they're all going through these miserable, vicious divorces because they didn't. Because when you're not fully formed at that point, and there's no way that you can predict what the future is going to bring you. So now they're all 27,
Yeah, but you're never
28,
fully
29.
formed.
Yeah.
You know?
To be that's a fair point, but they didn't realize how big a transition they were going to go through between the ages of 22 and 28.
There's a lot of growth that goes
Yeah.
on. I know me and my wife have been together for 5-7 years. I can't even remember. It's been so damn long. But I mean,
Nicole and I have been together for longer than that.
yeah. But it's
When did you get married though? Like, is that together or is that married for that long?
oh, we've been together longer than we've been married.
Yeah.
The married thing.
They didn't get married as soon as they met, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking if they met and they got married in the same night, that's not exactly how it happened.
Context of your love too is different than the people that I know.
You want to speak of getting razzed? She always razzes me because the first time we met, she had planned for me to be a one-night stand.
Oh. You're like,
Now look.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like a bad case of the clap.
Have you seen that video?
Of the clap?
That I want to give you the clap.
Is it the song from Get Him to the Greek?
Yeah, there you go. Jeremy J was singing that when he was
Oh, I
doing
think I saw that on YouTube
1984
or something.
because he needed something.
You got a
to cheer
tweet
him
there,
up.
Eric?
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, you held up your phone like you wanted to say something. Now it's
Now you're awkward.
typical Eric Dorison.
No, I gotta update. I didn't know I was gonna read it like right now.
No, go ahead.
Right
Now's the time.
now. Okay.
Any second now.
Debbie at Demi Lynn Mason. Oh, Tom Abramoff is calling me right now.
Oh, okay.
Should I tell him to call the radio?
Yes.
You're interrupting my mom's tweet.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
I'm plugging in.
You're on the air right now.
Not really.
Not anymore. I muted you. So
No, you're not.
it's over here, Jason. It's this one here.
Okay.
So you're what are you most looking forward to then, outside of sending out an impressionable mind with your ideas?
I've been making a list of everything I've ever thought that was awesome that I want to show my kid. So
That's just weird.
I've just been sitting around thinking of everything cool in the universe. You know, fireworks, shooting guns, parks I've been to. Like, I want to take my kid out to Parnell Tower. If you've ever been out there, there's a fire watch tower. And climb up a wooden and steel structure like 300 feet above
So,
park.
danger. It sounds like you really want to involve your kid in danger.
Well, you know, it's part of the life experience.
A reasonable amount of danger, I guess.
Well, I mean, all of us are dead.
Welcome back, Eric.
It's just a ride.
It's just a ride, man. It's just a ride.
It's the only thing about the public debates. I ended it with Bill Hicks, but I wish I had ended it with Mario
Oh, you were
Saville.
quoting Bill Hicks.
Kinda. Paraphrasing. He's good. He's good because he talks from, he's read McKenna. If you've never read any Terrence McKenna, I'd suggest you go out and get a Terrence McKenna book.
I haven't read any of that. I'm also not very familiar with Bill Hicks, to be quite honest. I don't go back. Like, I haven't gone back and taken the suggestion of, like, comics to say, like, go listen to this or go check this out since I started, really. Like, really, unless it's a new person who they're like, check this out. This is different or new.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You don't have any respect from where your art form came from.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I really like some of the classics out there. I think my favorite classic's still Groucho. If you ever want to watch The Master at work, YouTube him being interviewed by Bill Cosby. Little note to that interview, he was really upset that Cosby put better cigars in Cosby's room than Groucho's. So Groucho stole all of his cigars right before he went on. And then if you look at the cigar he's smoking on stage, if you notice when he lights it, Bill Cosby totally notices it's not the ones he put in his room. But then Groucho just manhandles him through this interview and, you know, just Groucho.
Well, he was a host of a television show as well. You know, he was what was it, the Texaco whatever, like a billion years ago. Like, he was a host of his own radio, and
when
then
they weren't so subtle about advertising like we are.
yeah, I don't know, like
Eats cigarettes.
Fox is its own thing. Like,
Yeah, we try to be subtle about it now. Before it was all you were doing was buying something.
And now now at least they do cool things like fire guys out of balloons to sell Red Bull.
yeah, what did you think about that? I thought that was the biggest waste of time ever. I can't imagine that guy, too, being like, honey, I'm doing this for science. And then his wife just being like, you're jumping out of a plane for Red Bull. That's all it is a Red Bull check.
I was kind of hoping he'd stay aerodynamic for a little bit longer to actually he gets to really high levels of Mach, because at a certain point
You would black out.
Well, do you know the whole premise behind Mach is you're actually creating a high pressure of air in front of you. Well, you have to remember that your body, air, atmosphere pressure is all dependent on that. Without that suit, like, going that fast,
He'd explode.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Because he's in a
he
cavitated
would
bubble.
explode.
It's really, the physics behind it is quite interesting.
it is interesting. I won't argue that. Like, but I will argue that, like, it's not necessary. Like, people have like dove from space basically into the atmosphere. Like,
So, out of all the things that are completely unnecessary that are occurring on a regular basis around us all the time on your TV, on every channel, on every
this was
radio
specifically for, like, an ad. Like, it was for an ad. It was a publicity stunt. This is like somebody going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Like, that's essentially what it was.
that's-
Right, and everyone watched that.
Hey, the first time the first guy went over the falls and successfully made it,
It was a woman.
it was science.
Well, the second time, it was luck. It was magic.
It's magic.
Forget that. No. Like, I can be mad at the fact that the Red Bull thing was a stupid thing. It was stupid.
Well, you know what? I'm mad that K, Stu, and R. Pats got back together just for a publicity stunt.
Exactly. I guess we're on the same page then.
Yeah. It's all useless.
I just don't agree with the idea of, like,
Sound weird yelling from back here.
yeah, you do sound weird yelling from back there. If you want, I'll just turn it off when you're talking. It's fine. You'll hear it in your headphones.
I actually kind of like what they're doing with the Verizon space shuttle and the space jump thing. A lot of people forget what the initial mission for
Yeah, the only
NASA
thing the Verizon
was.
space shuttle's dropping is calls. Am I right, you guys?
What?
But
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
people often forget that the original mission for NASA is to actually develop space and new technologies so that we can use them in commercial enterprises. The shuttle that Verizon's built is based off of open schematics that NASA lets you know, like, here's what you're going to need.
Well, that's what
Why
they should
is
be
my
doing.
telephone company building a spaceship?
Because that's the way that our capitalist
To
society
launch telephones into the universe.
Because eventually they'll want to actually, you know, they already own
When
an
space
airline,
travel
man.
opens up,
Virgin.
corporations that
They already fly you here and there. They own Virgin.
All this really means is that Chuck Palahniuk was a prophet, and that makes me sad.
I'm just disappointed that none of these phone companies can even build a high-speed train.
Yeah, that's sad. Like I would think too that like if you're gonna drop somebody from space for a cause,
Make it a Kardashian.
yeah, make it. No, I was gonna say make the cause important,
Oh.
not the person.
Not giving.
And I am saying that Khloe Kardashian is very important.
Kind of like a relay for life, but falling for miles. And so you're like, oh,
Yeah, why
Like, I
not?
would have watched Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, you should watch. It's good.
Jump from a plane in space. Jump from a spaceship. I would have loved to have seen that. I would love to have seen Honey Boo
do
Boo
you-
fall to the ground at a high rate of speed. I would have paid for that.
Do you realize they have their own reality show now?
Oh,
It's
I'm aware
awesome.
that they have that, and it disgusts me beyond belief.
Have you watched it? It's good.
No, I haven't watched it.
It's pretty good.
So have
They
you
had a
ever heard
pig
about?
named, Glitzy?
So have you ever heard my insane rambling about how I believe the government's trying to create a lower troglodyte class that we can just like ride around on by like
Trying?
dangling
What do
ham
you mean
steaks
trying?
in front of them?
Yeah, they've accomplished it. Very.
I think they still got some progress to go.
And Steve Breeze will be their king.
And Harmony Korine will direct.
I don't know who that is.
Gummo.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so you've got all these things that you're involved with now, Ed, and you're with child. How do you think that's going to affect your involvement in the scene? Like, can you take your kid to
Well,
the shows? Do people take kids there?
Yeah. Well, actually, we have two friends from Chicago. One's with the circus. The other one works a lot with Hot and Heavy Burlesque out of Chicago. Sandra Vamana and Red Rum. She does burlesque, and he does carnival and manlesque stuff. So he does bed and nails, and he'll drive a nail into his head. But they bring
Oh my god!
they bring their kid to shows. They actually have pictures of him being babysat by other burlesque dancers that are like.
And I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just asking you.
No,
for-
no, people do.
Like,
people do.
well, like I would never be like, well, I don't know about all that. Like, we live in River West, so I wouldn't be surprised with anything. If you want to drive a nail into your head with your kid standing 2 feet from you, that is your call.
But a lot of the people that have kids really hope they do take up the mantle. Like it seems with the carnival and the theater that it's kind of something.
Is it like kids, parents in the suburbs and kids playing soccer? Like, if your kid really, lays on a bed of nails real well, you're like, oh man, he's got a future. He's really gonna do it. I'm thinking he's probably gonna be pretty darn good at suspension. He got a fish hook in his ear on accident, so.
Yeah, well, we are like that. We do when the kids start doing the stupid, silly stuff we do. Because it starts when they're young. They just start tumbling and rolling, and next thing you know, you're teaching them how to juggle or take off a pair of panties. You never know.
Well, call Eric when you need that. Can certainly help.
But
Do we have any tweets, Eric? What did Tom Abramoff say?
He said that he had to stay late at work, so unfortunately he's not going to come on the show.
Oh, thanks a lot, Tom Abramoff's
Okay.
work.
Work, or is that rape? I think he spells them differently. I don't know. Tom's weird.
scaring
Does he
everybody.
mean by with work? Does he mean stalking? Carefully planning out attacks?
I'm pretty sure he means work.
It's possible.
He's probably doing silverware rolls.
Price checking chloroform?
You want to hear some tweets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that gets us to stop talking about the R word.
At W. Lynn Mason.
Retard?
Did you see Ann Coulter got in trouble for saying retard?
Yeah, well, it's because she's retarded.
She didn't get in trouble. She got yelled at on Twitter.
I
was like, "Hey, good job, people on Twitter, really coming out to bash her on this one."
I'd still do
Wait,
her.
everything she says
Yeah.
is awful.
Isn't
I'm
it
sorry.
amazing how many words she uses to not say the N-word?
I don't care about her political beliefs. I'd still do her.
That's fine. Talk. I don't care. You can
Okay, regardless
objectify
of
her all you want.
regardless of her terrible political
She's no Annette Bening.
she's no Annette Bening. She looks like Skeletor.
You're like,
yeah. You
now
got
you know what it's like to wear the headphones. Jason's shouting with the headphones on because he realizes.
I thought we were gonna have tweets.
Debbie Lynn Mason says, here's a thought, get a second job and quit smoking, then you'll have money. Scott Walker.
That's no reason to talk to our. That's no way to talk to our guest,
Wait,
Debbie. Which she wants me to get a second job and quit smoking, so I can get married.
Yeah, I think that's for the...
I'm gonna guess that the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. I do have a second job. Gosh, going to shows, like,
Comedy.
granted, the second job doesn't pay me anything. Like, that's not what it's about.
It
But
doesn't pay you in money.
Yeah.
no,
It pays you in experience.
Freedom.
And shame.
And love.
Shame, really.
Love.
Yeah.
ooh, something smells good. They're cooking food here. Smell-o-vision. I wish you had smell-o-vision. Your ears would be hungry.
Zav's an excellent cook. So's Rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it for tweets?
She also says, going back, Debbie Lynn Mason says, WTF, when are you playing the Eagles? This stuff makes my headache. If you need their permission, let me know.
Oh no.
RM.
That was clearly my father. That tweet.
I
guys need us
I
to
can't
play some
remember
Rat
who,
Pack?
but somebody once told me that
And we're
the
never
Eagles
playing the
is
Eagles,
the worst
Dad.
band ever.
We'll play Spandau Ballet before we play the Eagles.
Oh.
Maybe some yes just to tease ya. Yeah. REO Speedwagon.
And
Dance all around it.
Debbie Lynn Mason says, so sorry for your loss, hashtag killerradio. Probably talking about Jason, I think. That goes back 53 minutes. So
Okay.
talking about Jason and getting robbed.
Is
I'm gonna guess.
You have a message. Oh, Ed Nugent's getting a kiss on mic. There you go.
she's not a public speaker.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna take a smoke break right now, actually, because I want to come back and I want to give Eric the chance to talk about the demise of Carte Blanche. So when you get back, you're gonna hear all about it. Let's play some crappy music my dad will get mad at.
It's not related to demise. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a demise.
It's not the demise. It's coming back, but like the short term, I want to share some memories about it.
Oh, okay.
Sneak out of the house.
Okay, I think we're back now.
We're
Yes,
back now.
we're
Back
back. Back now. That was the Good Night Loving with the Pan and half of another song, but we're too slow to actually get back on before it's over. So, welcome back.
Yep.
And here
I
comes
just thought
Ronnie
I'd sit
Mason.
in for a second.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to have our edition of the Steve Show this time around.
Yep.
So why don't you say a couple things, Steve?
Well, I usually
On
don't
mic.
say.
On mic.
On mic.
Yeah.
I am like right on mic.
Yeah, you're actually on mic. So now if you have something to share with us,
Oh, I have nothing to share.
no, you always have to be off.
Yeah.
Off stage for that.
Yep.
Yeah, that where you write your best stuff. That's when you're
Nope.
funniest, when you're not on stage
Yep.
and you're not near a microphone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
So what are you doing after this, Steve?
I am gonna go put on a thong and go to the public house.
Why are you putting on a thong and going to the public house?
There's a sexy underwear thing going on.
Yeah.
So I thought
What
I'd.
kind of underwear are you wearing?
I'm wearing my leopard print thong.
Right now?
No. Oh, right now I'm wearing
I don't want to know what you're wearing right now. I don't.
Nightmare Before Christmas underwear, which is probably appropriate.
You emo slag.
It's the-
Did you get those at Hot Topic?
I have no idea where I actually got these.
Yeah.
I think they were a gift. I think they were a
A
gift.
gift from somebody that works at Hot Topic. A gift from a 15-year-old who's never seen the movie but likes Tim Burton's imagery because she doesn't know any better.
Yep.
Yeah. My favorite Tim Burton movie is Alice in Wonderland. Yay!
Oh, that's
That's a terrible movie,
that's a
right?
terrible movie.
No kids will ever understand how Tim Burton used to actually be talented. Like he actually had his own aesthetic and it was fun to watch. Edward Scissorhands, come on.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Movie is brilliant. Yeah. And now he's just, ugh.
Just do all the remakes of movies that already been made.
I think he peaked pretty much at Big Fish. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. That movie's
No.
amazing. And now he's just like, I'm lazy now. He basically got it. That was his money shot right there.
He's coming out with another Frankenweenie though,
The Frankenweenie, isn't that Tim?
which should be all right.
That's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, but yeah. His
The original.
His
was-
best movie in 20 years is going to be a movie, this first movie
Yeah.
that he ever did.
And it's an animated movie. Claymation, or is it just animation?
It's claymation.
The original one in black and white was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. But I mean, they're stretching it out to 90 minutes because they're like, okay, Tim Burton, we want you to do something next, but you've ruined everything we've given you. You're contractually obligated to another movie. Let's do something.
There's a lot of remakes coming out right now. And they're redoing
That's the-
Carrie. They're redoing Evil Dead, which is a shame. I don't even know if Sam Raimi's doing that, but
Well, he's not involved. He's like a producer, and Bruce Campbell was an executive producer on it, and it should be pretty good. I think.
I just want the shelf to be back because that was the most terrifying thing about the movie. The shelf. The shelf is the thing that had Bruce Campbell in multiple. I don't know, shelf lock, I guess.
Not familiar.
Not. You
I'm
don't
sorry,
remember
this-
those scenes where he was like caught under a shelf, like just a plywood shelf?
The thing I distinctly remember is the slow close up to the house, and the girl coming up from the floorboard,
Yeah.
like little ah.
I remember the pen in the ankle.
Yeah.
That was.
I read an
graphic.
interview with him where someone asked him if the humor was still going to be there in the new one. And he's like, well, the first one was funny, but it wasn't meant to be funny. They weren't
Yeah.
trying to be funny. It just happened to be funny. And
Yeah.
so when they noticed that it was funny, they kind of added to it, but it was never on purpose. They went out to, they set out
They
to
went
make
all
a
out
horrific
for.
movie.
Yeah, they went all out with the humor in Army of Darkness.
Right, and that was the thing. Like they took out the humor for the second one and tried to make a horror movie, and then they went full in Army of Darkness. That movie's great.
Yeah,
I love Army.
And his new movie, or the newer one that he did, kind of down that series, Drag Me to Hell. That was.
Oh, Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah.
It didn't have a lot going for it, but it was good. And the ending was pretty good. I like the ending. I like not happy endings.
Yes.
Did you ever see Bubba Hotep?
Yeah.
That with Bruce Campbell and that black fella?
Yeah, I can't
What was his
remember.
name? He was great. He was Elvis, and the other one thought he was JFK. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
that's a good movie. So, here for the tail end of our show.
Steve, you're gonna be in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Chicago all week, the rest of the week.
Oh yeah, what are you doing down there?
Doing mites. That's what I'm doing.
All
doing
right.
a little bit of comedy and another.
Particularly, you want to plug?
I'll be hitting up the Flabby Abbey, Cole's, Flockier Mike, Sully's, and Gutter Balls. And we're wrapping it up.
Wrap it up here.
Wrapping up.
If you're in Chicago,
Yeah, if you're in
Ryan
Chicago.
Mason just can't handle it. Just can't handle being off mic. for even the briefest of minutes.
You just can't handle boring stuff.
Oh my God! Then how do you handle coming here every week?
You want to trade lives? You can kill yourself, and I'd be happy.
I have a bigger wiener.
According to one person.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't really want to measure either.
No, me neither.
No, but you are willing to show us your underwear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let's talk about open mics here in Milwaukee. We've had a long-running open mic. It was one of our really good ones. Carte Blanche. We've had that going for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, year and a half. Yeah.
Eric's been in.
hosted it before I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a while. Tell us more about it. Because you've been in charge of it for a while now. Tell us about it.
Yeah, for like a year I was in charge of it. It was weekly Monday open mic, and then attendance was kind of getting low, so we went to like open mic showcase, and it, like, I don't know, it wasn't really working out. So it's kind of the end of the era. You know what I mean? So
We're just but we're not. We're just restructuring.
yeah,
We're looking for our synergy.
Reloading.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Formatting.
We're gonna come back Carte Blanche Revolutions.
Stronger than ever.
That's right.
No, I mean, we're taking a little bit of time because...
Karma's getting huge, so we gotta, like, promote, our huge, what's going on.
Let's be real. Let's be honest about it. It's really hard to get people on a Monday night to get out to Fifth and National.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not even Fifth and National, like far down.
And it's a comics open mic for sure. Like, there's definitely always more comics than, like,
I'll miss that, though.
audience.
So that's the thing. Like, a lot of people were complaining that it was just comics, but if you go to a lot of open mics in other cities, it's gonna be just comics.
Right. Yeah.
I think our problem was that it's hard to legitimize that to the people that are running a business.
Yeah.
Because they have money to make too. But as a comics open mic, it was great. Just the same way that Art Bar is great as a comics open mic.
We had some great shows, like, in the theater part of it too.
Yeah.
We had some really good shows there, and last year the Halloween party was a lot of fun. We had Jello shots and like bobbing for apples and stuff for the Halloween party last year.
Yeah, Aiden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden Baby, yeah, won the house.
Yeah, we should
That's right.
have
Wearing a
done
diaper.
Wearing a diaper, shout out.
Should have done
Yeah, It's Ryan. That was your first place doing comedy, right, Ryan?
What's that?
Your first time on stage, right?
Yeah, the first time I ever went on stage was definitely at Carte Blanche, and then the second time I think was Art Bar. So those are the two sort of home
Really?
bases that I have. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because you would come with, what was his name?
Joey.
Joey Mulaney for a while.
Appleton Joey.
Appleton Joey.
And
He's
you,
living the dream up in A-Town. Shout out. He got a shout out from the president last
Yeah,
night.
debate shout out for Appleton.
Or the Mitt Romney last night.
Yeah.
he got a shout out from Mitt Romney.
Well, they said Appleton. He didn't
They're like,
specifically mention Joey,
Oh.
but that's what I thought
Lady in
of.
Appleton.
I was like, yeah, Joey. But yeah, Joey like egged me on, got on stage, and
Yeah.
I have been doing it ever since.
Because he was a fixture at Art Bar for a while, Joey.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, a regular, and he's funny as all get out.
Funny as Dickens.
Yes, yes. Joey's a reader too. Like that was the part where I was so intimidated to get on stage because Joey was he wrote long form and he reads a lot, and like I didn't read anything at the time, and like I did not write. I didn't have any practice writing. I know you said you did like poetry and stuff before, but I didn't have any writing experience. So like actually getting on that tiny stage in Carte Blanche was terrifying to me.
Yeah.
But
You did it.
I did it, and I think it was easy to go back to Carte Blanche because it was comics telling you that you were doing pretty well or you're doing good, and
Right.
and I know we tried to do that to everybody. You know, it is kind of. It's true that we tell that to almost everybody. That, you know, your first time around, we will tell you that you did good, no matter what, because we want you to,
like, better
to follow
than
it.
maybe you did. Like, be like, yeah, you did great, man.
Oh, yeah, one of the greatest moments I had, like the first time I went up at the Bremen Cafe, I was up for like 3 minutes. I had a minute and a half's worth of material, but I went up there and then I did my joke that I'd written that day. And
Full
then,
form, right? Like, here's where the punchline is.
well, you know,
Like,
I had it all written out, and I'm like, oh.
I should say I write punchlines in my jokes.
And I got down, and like I think it was Mel and then Art Hinty. They both went. They did that head nod thing, like yeah. I'm like, all right, that wasn't a complete disaster. I'll come back next week. And then the next week was Heckle Night, and I got demolished.
How come we don't do that?
We're going to. We need to start. Yeah, we've been talking about it.
Heckle Night?
Heckle night.
Yeah, it's terrifying for anybody. Like, I feel like Tom will cry.
Tom A? No. He'll get his.
Damon will make several people cry.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. But how do you do that? Do you actually like organize who's going to heckle?
Yeah, so like a format or just
This wasn't like that though. This was just free form chaotic heckle night where it was like you just go and heckle them as much as you want. Anybody.
Yeah. See, I would feel like that's not even worth going on stage.
There was a season of Last Comic Standing where they did a thing where it was like you got paired with somebody and so like you heckled them and then they heckled you. I think that would be cool.
That would be fun. Yeah, I could see that.
That would be cool.
Like you get a heckle buddy.
Not to steal their idea, but you know, like.
I think like Cast of Killers could do it too, in the sense that like although that might make people hate us more. Yeah. For those who don't already.
Haters with a
But
Z.
like, you know, if we did a show where it's like Cast of Killers heckled night, like the Cast of Killers who are there are the designated ones. That way it doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, but how you gonna police that though? That'll easily get out of hand.
Yeah.
And everybody will start screaming.
Well, Sean Shelnut brought it up about the heckle night.
I think it's a good idea.
And it would be, you would get paired, like we'd have the names in a hat, and then you would pick one out, and then you'd be heckled by that person during your set. So each person would have a different heckler every week.
Is there a way to explain it that doesn't suck the fun out of it?
No, not at all. Not when I explain it.
No, yeah, we just gotta get someone else, like Ryan Mason, to explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's gonna happen, you guys? Like, strap in. There's gonna be one heckler, designated heckler, and
It's really
it's gonna be a great time.
changing the tone of your
gonna be a
voice with every
great-
single thing that he
That's it.
says.
That's all you have to do.
We're gonna take them out of a hat.
I refuse.
Take them out of a hat. Ha ha.
It works.
And then someone else will heckle you. Ha ha ha. Hey, we'll all heckle and it'll be great. Ha ha ha. We'll all learn something. Ha ha.
Why are you turning me into like a dandy of some kind, like a vampire dandy?
A vampire anime dandy.
Yeah, that's what I am. Great.
Carte blanche. Carte blanche is
I don't even know. Do you own a scarf? You know,
what?
do you own a scarf? I feel like dandies can.
Yeah,
okay,
I
well
want
then
a
you.
scarf.
Have you
Then you
read
are
any
dandy.
Oscar Wilde? You're a dandy.
No. Yes, I win.
I like his
I don't
cameo
read.
from Hell, by the way.
I
That was
don't
good
read.
too.
Oh, the what now?
The Oscar Wilde's cameo.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Jason recently borrowed a book for me from Hell. It's got pictures in it though. It's like a big comic book. That's how I could read it.
Yeah.
We roasted Andy Bolton at Carte Blanche.
Yeah, we did.
Ryan, when are you gonna be? I feel like you're the next in line to be roasted.
For roasting? Well, don't I have to like die first, or what? Is Andy Bolton still alive?
We just did his.
That was good. We
Sleepy's
didn't have a
gonna
lot of
call
people
back
there,
in.
but we burned people
Yeah, that
hard.
was a good one. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Sleepy's gonna call back in.
Uh,
We're closing up, Sleepy.
Laura Bites had a couple of. She had an awesome roast of Andy Bolton.
Oh, that was the one where
Yeah.
your restraining order says she has to stay. You have to stay 20 feet away from her. It's a good thing the well that you've dug is 21 feet.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, we
Got a phone call.
Yeah, Jason, take the call.
Hold on. Which one?
Well, you gotta turn the phone on first.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
You gotta turn that little knob.
There we go.
You hit call.
That's music. This music.
Yeah.
Hey, hello?
Huh?
Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Now you finally have to work the
Music's
phone machine.
Oh, the music's also good.
Yeah. There we go. That's kind of
How
cool.
you
Though.
guys doing there?
We're doing great. How are you doing, Sleepy?
All right. What's your topics right now?
Oh, Sleepy's back. This is good because I can hear him without headphones because he's right outside the window.
Well,
I
on topic,
got headphones on too.
a topic of discussion is Sleepy, actually. We were just talking about you. We saw that you left with barely anything on you, and now you look like you're going camping. Are you joining Occupy Milwaukee?
Yeah. Camping right in your backyard.
You
Just give me a sleeper.
You know what? The joke's on you. I don't have a backyard.
Oh.
Well,
Then your front yard.
Oh.
Joke's on you. That's a hill.
talking yards up in here.
Up in here. Up in here. We're going to talk about sizes of yards.
Yards.
Y'all should call my show one day.
Yeah, we'll
I
call
will
your
totally
show.
call your show. Can I
Tell
be a
us
guest
when
on
it
your
is.
show?
You can come on my show too.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to come all over your show.
When is it?
Come all over it. I love that.
That's where I would drop the call, right there, if I was hosting.
But
That call got dropped right there.
I want to give him a chance.
When is the show? What night? What time?
Okay, cool.
No, when's your show? When's your show?
Thursday at 7 p.m. to 7:55.
7 to 7:55. Why not 8 o'clock?
I said 10.
Because you're supposed to.
Oh, that's right.
Sign.
I know.
Yeah.
But I can't
Come
show
on,
you how
kid.
I know. I never see the signs.
Because
It never opens up my eyes.
it used to be sleepy 60 minutes.
55 minutes. It's 50 minutes of gold and 5 minutes of filler.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna mark
I don't
that
like
down.
our show.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I missed the 60 minutes.
You missed 60 minutes?
Yeah, that was my.
It's still on. Longest running news magazine on TV.
Yeah.
60 Minutes.
No, sleepy.
Morally safer.
Sleepy's 60 Minutes. Was it like a news
Anderson
program?
Cooper.
What do you talk about on your show, Sleepy?
Anything, everything.
Anything and everything. What did you talk about on your last show?
Everything.
I had a caller on, and we was talking about everything.
You had a collar on? What kind of collar did you have? Was it a dog collar?
Hey-oh.
Caller.
Is it a female collar?
Yeah.
Oh, so like an apron.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boo. Boo.
Wasn't foul. That was cool.
I was-
So Jason, have you thought of a fantasy basketball team name yet?
Sleepies.
Sleepy.
The Sleepies.
Yeah.
Sleepies.
That's tight.
That is nice.
He likes it. He likes it.
Sleepies are
Tight, is
fourth
that-
honorary
that's
member.
that's a colloquialism for good, right?
Yep.
Tight.
Because you don't who you
Yeah.
don't want to sleep on. The Sleepies.
That's right. You don't.
You don't want to sleep.
You know who their favorite player was? Sleepy Floyd.
Sleepy Floyd.
Yep. And that's my whole nickname, Eric Sleepy Floyd.
Like the basketball player?
Yes, that's my whole nickname. They just shortened it to Sleepy.
Well, you learn something every day.
What was
I
your
just
what's
thought it
your,
was because you were tired.
what's your full name, Sleepy?
Sleepy Floyd.
My full name is Tony Lamont Van Sr., better known as Eric Sleepy Floyd, shortened it to Sleepy.
How
Your
do you,
birth certificate was
how
like
do you
3
sign your
pages
checks?
long.
What do you carry around giant checks?
Yeah, I
Registered
carry
to
around
vote,
a
it's
big
like
old
2
ID.
lines.
There's his ID.
Oh, there we go. What is that?
Sony, that doesn't say AKA anywhere.
Sleepy, what do you be for Halloween, man? What are you dressing up as?
I'm gonna be me,
You're gonna be
Sleepy.
Are you gonna be awake?
He's going as very tired for Halloween.
He's gonna drink a Red Bull.
Yeah, he's gonna drink a Red Bull.
He's gonna be awake for 5 hours.
Yeah, he's gonna have 5
you
hour
gonna
energy. I
Yeah.
don't know if we need Sleepy on 5 hour energy. He might be mildly awake.
I don't take that stuff. That's
No, sir.
No, it's bad for you.
That's a drug, right? Not like that cigarette you're smoking.
Oh, that's
yeah,
not,
cigarette is a drug too.
he's been exposed. That's a nice jacket, Sleepy.
You've color coordinated your camping.
I like it.
Like even your compass is like, oh yeah, or whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
right on.
My phone.
Is that your phone?
Okay.
Oh, is orange.
Yeah, that's how he's talking to us.
Seriously though, why do you have your giant backpack on?
Oh,
Yeah.
I keep my laptop in there. It's better than
You
the
keep your
regular
desktop in there.
laptop. Laptop. It's better than that.
Always talking crap about your back.
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking.
Jason, this is the part where you can hang up. You can be like, that's it.
I don't have a laptop. I'm in a painful place. Thanks for scabbing or picking my wound.
Yeah,
dude.
Jason was robbed recently. You know anything of this, Sleepy? What's the word on the street? Since you're standing on the street right now, what's the word out there?
All right.
Where's Ryan's joke bag? That's what you got in there. All the jokes.
Your
Yep,
TV.
I got all the jokes for you in here.
My TV's in his
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
I don't know if you at home can see this monstrosity of a backpack,
This
but
orange thing with a bar in it.
he's got his
That's a
laptop
nice looking
in-
backpack.
Yeah, it is.
With some arch support, back
It's a
support.
weapon too. I can take it off and use it as a weapon.
Well, let's hope we don't have
Yeah.
cause for that.
Oh, I don't.
Too much violence on the street, Sleepy. Stay sleepy, not violent.
Yeah.
Oh, I am sleepy.
We know that.
Yeah, we established that early in the program.
If violence
It
on
is
the
10
news,
o'clock, you know?
then I
Yeah,
use it
yeah.
as a weapon.
If there's violence on the news, then you'll just hit somebody random with that?
No, if violence comes to me,
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense now.
then
All right, well, we gotta wrap up our
thanks,
program.
Paul.
real
Yeah,
quick.
let's wrap
Thank you,
this up.
Sleepy.
Sleepy, you're my favorite caller tonight.
Yeah.
thank you. Y'all my favorite people.
Did I ever tell you that you're my hero?
Oh, thank you. You mine too.
Oh, we're gone now. You're gone.
Oh, he's gone now.
All right, now
right.
we're back. Thank you, Sleepy,
Should we
for
wrap it
calling
up?
into the program. Thank you so much. Do you want to talk about your favorite candy?
No, I just wrote down stupid things in case I ran out of things to talk about.
All right, guys.
Tune in next week.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in again to the Killer Radio Show. What we got going on this week? Tomorrow, we of course got Karma open mic happening at.
Of course, this week.
Art Bar.
Art Bar this week on Thursday at the Art Bar. Yeah.
Showcase on the second.
Showcase in the second.
Showcase on the 2nd at Karma. So
I
yeah,
have
that's happening.
I have a show on Friday that's somewhere by the airport, according to Damon. I don't know where it's at, but Damon's like, "Hey, don't forget about that show we have on Friday." And then he's like, "It's somewhere by the airport." That's my impression of Damon. "Hey, don't forget about that show. It's somewhere by the airport." That's
Little higher, little higher.
Hey guys, there's somewhere. You got this show coming up.
It's like South.
It's somewhere by the airport. That's the airplanes.
You ever get the impression that Damon's Canadian?
Sometimes.
A little bit.
No. Damon, yeah, Damon. I'm in some show. I think it's me and him and Ryan Lowe. So that I don't. If more details, check my Twitter.
Right on.
At Real
I
Ryan
won't
Mason.
be doing that.
You can follow Ed. Ed's got a Twitter too.
I don't know his.
Ed Nugent.
At Ed Nugent.
At Ed
Oh.
Nugent.
Yeah.
All right. Send us out.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Tune in next week. All of those things that we kind of haphazardly mentioned, go to those things.
Yeah.
I'm Jason Hillman.
Eric Thorson.
I'm Ryan Mason.
We'll talk to you next week, killers. Ow.
Can you hear it in your headphones? Turn us down.
Yep.
Jason Hillman.